What's up, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Oh my goodness, I know I was supposed to put this video out last week, but I had to wait till my mask was over because the girls was mad about the video prior, okay? So I didn't know if they was gonna use that for my case, so sorry for the delay. Without further ado, we're gonna do part 3, and baby, I'm going in, okay? So y'all get ready. This is a little Christmas special. You see my little garland back here? It's my little Christmas special. Let's get into the video.
You tell these niggas shut the fuck
up. Alright, y'all. So we just gonna leave off what the story was or whatever. So I was at the psych ward. I spent a week there, and it was during Thanksgiving. I didn't get released until the Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. So I go back to the boat. They tell me I gotta go back to the boat, and so I go back, and the CDO there, we just gonna call him Swomo. He wanted to talk to me. So I went up there and I told him the whole situation, because at this point I was just like, listen, like, I'm coming back, I'm telling my truth. I'm really not gonna have nobody telling what, like telling my business. Like, I'm gonna tell it, you know what I'm saying? So I told him everything that happened at the hospital. And he was very encouraging. He was very kind. And, he was just telling me, like, it's going to be okay. He was like, I'm sorry that you had to go through that. He was just being real cool. So then he tells me of a situation that he encountered with Uncle T. So I'm like, and when he told me the situation, I'm going to tell y'all. But when he told me the situation, it really confirmed what I had already believed to be true. So moving on, I come back to work that Monday. I'm like, really, like, y'all, I was so like anxious. I was anxious because I want to get my truth out there, and then I was anxious because you just don't know what's happening. Like, you just don't know, like, what's gonna happen. And like with my shit, like, they'll just throw you in some shit, right? So honestly, I just wanted to control what I could. So my first thing was to tell the people that I needed to tell, because at this point, bitch, I want to separate. So I'm telling everybody who I need to tell that I know that they gonna get some shit done. Get it cracking up in here, right? So the first person I talked to was Swomo. Then the second person I talked to was the number 1 Nazman. That's what we're gonna call him. He's so cool. So I told the number 1 Nazman, and he basically, I told him everything that I was going through, everything that was going on, and he really gave me the best advice. He told me, with my baby daddy's situation, like with the court situation, he had suggested like lawyers. He just really made it so that I could take care of my personal things that I needed to take care of. And I really appreciated him for that, because when I told Uncle T, he didn't really do nothing. It was like he didn't care. So it was just nice to have somebody, leadership that cared. So he let me take care of the stuff that I needed to take care of. So I told him everything, and he was like, you know what? I'm going to keep you up to date. I'm going to let you know when your DRB is, when your XOY and your mask is. So I'm like, you know what? I appreciate you so much. Cool. So I'm feeling good. I'm like, all right. I'm like slowly releasing everything, getting everything off my chest. So I'm feeling really good, y'all. Like, I'm releasing this stuff, getting it, So I make my rounds, skidoo, skidoo, skidoo. Then I see Warrior 2 Strands. We just gonna call him Warrior 2 Strands. So I see Warrior 2 Strands, and I'm like, hey, I would like to speak to you in your office when you get a chance. And it's crazy because I had like this adrenaline. You know what I'm saying? It was like, let's just get this out the way. Period. So, first of all, let's get into this eyebrows, okay? Okay, let me stop. But yeah, so I told Warrior 2 Strands or whatever. So we in the office. I'm telling him the whole story. I told him everything that I was going through. I let him know what was going on in the office. And I'm not saying that I wanted stuff to I'm not saying that he gonna fix all the problems, but all I was really in there to do was tell my truth and to be heard and to just, pretty much put it out there, everything that I was going through. Because all he really seen from that DRB that I spoke of previously in part 1, all he seen was after that was me having an attitude, me being upset, but he didn't know the situation. So I told him everything, and he was like, I'm really sorry that you went through that. He was like, you know what? He told me my options as far as, making sure when I get out, I can still have my benefits and I can still have, all the things that I need due to my service. And I was like, you know what? That's all I really care about is making sure I keep my benefits and I could, do my disability shit. That's all I care about, really. So he was like, he assured me that they was moving in that process to do that. So I wouldn't get like a real bad, like a dishonorable and shit. So after that happened, I'm feeling so good. I'm just like, cool. So I had an appointment that day. So after the appointment, which took forever, okay? After that appointment, I just get this burst of energy. And I haven't been doing my YouTube. I haven't been recording or nothing because, bitch, I was depressed. What the fuck? Depressed. Sad. Okay? So I got home after I released and told the people that I needed to tell what happened. Child, I came home and recorded part 1, okay? And I was just speaking my truth, right? So y'all already watched part 1. So basically, after part 1 had dropped, it took maybe a week or so, and that shit started making its rounds around the shit, bitch. I was like, oh! Motherfuckers was really watching my shit. You know what I'm saying? Sharing a video. Hey, check this out. I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all got me to 128 subscribers. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to Lil Hating It. Shout out to all y'all. I don't care if you don't like me. Shout out to you for the view and the subscribe. Okay? Because I know y'all know me. Anyway, so shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all. And every time I do a video, bitch, I got a little fucking pitbull. Maybe this is just some shit I needed to release. So we just gonna go with that. Okay, so back into the story. So I come home, I record that shit, and I go back to work. And so I say a week later, right? My homie, we just gonna call her Queen Sub, all right? So Queen Sub come to me and she like, girl, they seen your video, they mad. And I'm just like, oh shit, thank you for the views. Thank you for the views, Because at this point, it's like, I'm feeling so at peace. And it's like, nothing that can happen to me. I already been at the lowest of the low. I already then had suicide. I already been at the lowest of the low at this point. So it's like, it's up from here, okay? It's up from here. So they tell me that Ron Queen was really pressed and also very upset about my video. Uncle T was very pressed and very upset about my video. And I'm just like, well, you got to tell your lies up in DRB. You got to do all this shit that you got to do. So guess what? I'm just going to pour all of this into my channel because I could tell 8,000. I could do an IG complaint. I could do an Article 138. But you know what? I was just like, that ain't even me. So I'm going to just tell these folks what I went through and hope that people could learn from my situation and do better. That's it. So they in there, they mad, honey. The girls is upset, child. They is itching, upset. So then so my shit just start getting around, child. I appreciate y'all, like I said. So shit just getting around or whatever. And I'm like, if he mad at part 1, he really gonna be mad at this one. just get into it. So, Rhyme Queen, we just gonna change your name to, you don't like Rhyme Queen? I got you, boo. I got you. We gonna change it to Sister Sodium. Step to the podium, okay? Because first of all, you got all mad and upset about my video. You went to go tell Uncle T. You went to go tell Mr. Dipspit. And guess what? Nothing that you could do could ever hurt me, G. Like, you trying to do all this stuff. You want to tell people I ain't a real PS. Baby, you ain't even a real PS. You can't even do the basics with your lazy ass. Stop playing with me. You want to sit up here and say you got Warrior 2 strands in the back of your pocket. Where's the crow to prove that? Why you ain't been mapped, sir? Why, if you got all these motherfuckers in your back pocket, survey says, where's the receipt? Where's the rewards? Where's the benefits? Nothing. Like, your ass, you just be lying, dog. You really just be out here lying, and you be so pressed. Like, you really be pressed. And I'ma just say this, I don't know who I'ma piss off, I really don't care. But you had told me of a situation that happened to you, and I'ma just say 1 + 1 ain't equaling 2 around this motherfucker. Because how did you see the time but not the face? Huh? If you wanna get off the shit, just say that. You ain't gotta be. Now listen, I ain't gonna say he lying. I don't believe that shit. I don't. And it's like, don't be that. I really want to hope that he's telling the truth, because if you sitting up here using a previous situation that has happened, if you using a previous situation that has happened as leverage to back up your bullshit, you really need some fucking help. That is a cry for help. I really want to believe in my heart of hearts that you're not lying, but honey, it's giving
Raya. Materials and no cereals. Let's go.
Material and no cereals. It's not adding up, sir. It's not adding up. But child. And then let me tell you why you so flawed, right? Like, why you just so off. How you gonna tell big homie while she's sitting up there trying to study for second class, you gonna tell her, oh, you might not even make it. Oh, you not gonna make it your first time. Why the fuck would you tell your sailor that, you piece of shit? Like, what? Why are you so fucking bothered? Why are you so mad? She want to sit there and study, then let her. Don't be mad because your ass ain't fucking studying. You think you so entitled. You think motherfuckers just gonna give you the shit because you feel like you deserve it. Actually put in the motherfucking work. Stop trying to lean onto your WP. Child, you lazy. You is fucking lazy, dog. And we don't like it. Okay? And then I be telling everybody, don't be telling him your fucking business. Child, he done ran up to him. Baby, he gonna tell the popos on y'all. So don't be sitting up here telling him all your business. I'm mad that he even in the office that he knows, like, the shit that he knows. Because he would try to literally use that shit against people. And I don't like that about him. It's really nasty. At first that shit was funny, but I'm looking and I'm like, you really need some help. Because you really find it so funny to just like shit on motherfuckers, but you really be out here hurt though. So I really don't understand your logic behind the shit that you be doing. Moving right along. Let's get on to Broken Kitty, formerly known as Broken Kitty. We're gonna call her Karen Kitty. Sis, let me tell you. First of all, now remember that situation I told y'all that Swomo told me of? Let's get into it. So, Karen Kitty, you told me that you were in a relationship. Or in a situationship. We gonna call it a situationship. I didn't know that we could be in situationships and living with chief petty officers. I didn't fucking know we could do that. I didn't know. Swomo didn't know, when Swomo told me of a situation, that situation I was talking about in the beginning of the video, he told me that you told 7 pages that you never respected any of your black superiors over you? What? But guess what Uncle T do? This motherfucker submits a package, a Sailor of the Quarter package for her. So this y'all Sailor of the Quarter? This what we do? Racial discrimination? And what Mr. Dipspit do? When all of this was going down, holy shit, Karen Kitty, you can't say that. But had that been my black ass, bitch, I would have been in all type of fucking trouble, baby. I would have been the mask that day. Let me sit up here and tell one of my white superiors, oh, I never respected any of my white superiors over me. Let me say some shit like that. Bitch, I would be, girl, I would have been out the Navy the next day. Come on now. Come on. But this y'all Sailor of the Quarter though. But Uncle T put in a pack. Yo, let's move on to Uncle T. So, when I first got to the ship, right, Uncle T had a bitch full. I'm like, everybody was telling me too. They like, But you know, I always want to see the best in people. He looked really tired. He looked like he was going through a lot, and he has been through a lot. I'm not gonna never negate the fact that he has been through a lot. I'm not. They put a lot of pressure on him, and when I got to the ship, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make sure that he good. You do all of the cheap stuff and everything with transaction, transfers, gains, all of that stuff. I'm gonna make sure that we get this shit together. Because it was all over the place, still is. So, you know, he pretty much had me fooled. The first underway I went on, out to sea, y'all, my little civilians, out to sea. The first underway I went on, he talking all this shit about Karen Kitty. He like, she did this, she's manipulative, she's a liar, she's this, she's that, she's this, she's that. Just talking all this shit. And I'm like, I'm thinking like, but you so you can do nothing? But as soon as I made a statement, it was a counseling shit. It was all of this stuff. Where was that energy for Karen Kitty? All right.
It only takes a little bit of white brainwash to activate the cool chip in the average Negro.
So, I'm going to tell y'all the situation about Swomo. So, Swomo tells me, hey, when that situation happened with Karen Kitty in 7 pages, I pulled Uncle T to the side and I said, hey, this is really bothering me. What are you gonna do? Guess what Uncle T said? He like, I'm just trying to coast on by. Like, I only have 2 years. I'm getting out the Navy. I'm retiring. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, you is sorry as fuck. You is sorry. Because there is no way that you look like me. And that's why I always tell people, everybody want to get all excited about a black leadership. First of all, y'all need to go back to the fucking Martin Luther King and understand the contents of the character. Okay? We can't be sitting up here getting all excited because, baby, there is some and I missed, okay? Some So, I'm not even finna, like, I'm just like, wow, like, you really said that? You really don't think what she did was wrong? You look like me. What if she said that to you? What you was gonna do, just sweep it under the rug? That shit, yeah, crazy. But you put in a Sailor of the Quarter package for her. Interesting. What the fuck? I can't make this shit up. I cannot, y'all. I cannot make this up. That shit is crazy. That's crazy to me. And I really wanted to believe that he was not this person. I really wanted to believe that. But he just so nasty. And every time, every sailor that come up to me, G, they were like, oh, P.S., you know, oh, Miller, can you please help me? Oh, Miller, can you please help me? Because I went to go talk to Uncle T, and he was really mean, and he was really rude. First of all, you unapproachable. Don't nobody want to talk to you because, A, they couldn't understand what you said because you yelling and you talking all crazy. B, because you rude and you got an attitude. Fix your attitude. Get your life. Anyway, so after all this little video shit happened, right, I go to DRB. So I go to DRB, and this DRB is a lot more calmer, a lot more smoother, okay? Because I already told, they asked me the questions, and I tell the truth. It's very much that simple. So they asked me, hey, do you want to stay in the Navy? No. They asked me, hey, they just asked me, like, why did I make the decision that I made? I took full accountability. I don't blame nobody. I knew what I was getting myself into when I chose to make that decision. I'm never finna blame nobody for shit because I'm a accountable type of bitch, okay? And that's just on period, you know. But so that happened, and it was smooth. Nobody really yelled at me because what would be the point, you know? I already told y'all the truth. So I'm steady asking these people. So the new, like the little stand down come up, right? So I'm just like, okay, I know they finna do all of the stuff they finna do. I know they finna do my XOI this week. They, you know, shit is just looking on track for a bitch to really go and leave. So I'm asking them every day the status, like what's good, like when, you know, when is it gonna be? Girl, why put the leave shit in, right? Get approved. Not even my first day of fucking not even my first day of fucking leave. I get a text from number one Nazaman. He cool. He always be putting me on game and shit. I get a text or whatever from him, and he like, oh, you gotta come back. You can't take your leave. So I'm hurt because I was supposed to use that time to like spend with my baby or whatever before he, you know, did his thing with my baby father. So I was so mad. So I'm like, all right. So I go back to work. They like, oh, yo, mask this, that. At this point, I'm just like, the shit is just getting crazy. Because I was supposed to release part 3 on a certain day. But I didn't know if they was going to use that in my mask case. So I'm really glad that I did it. I'm really glad that I didn't. I wanted to do it after. So yesterday I had mask. And, not yesterday, it was Tuesday. I had mask, and I'm going to just say how it was, right? Oh, shit, I feel like I'm missing some stuff. All right. So, I'm gearing up to prepare to go to mass, right? Big homie tell me that she popped. And she my sailor. And I'm just like, at first, I ain't gonna lie, I was so mad. Because I'm like, damn, I don't want to see my girl go out like that. And then I was mad because, you know how motherfuckers be thinking. They be like, oh, well, they must have been doing it together. You know how motherfuckers be thinking this shit. So, of course, they asked, you know, of course my name get mentioned. And guess who initiated all that? Mr. Dipspit. Let's get into Mr. Dipspit, because I'm coming for you. Your name was Cream of Mushroom, but it's Mr. Dipspit now. First of all, I had came into the office one day, right? After everything had happened, not my mask, but everything had happened with the video. I had came in the office to use a computer. So Mr. Dipspit was all in his little feeling how, I don't even know why he had an attitude. He wasn't even in the video, but since you want some camera time, I'm gonna give it to you, Mr. Dipspit. So he all in the video. I mean, he all in the video. He giving me this little nasty energy. He like, you can't use that computer. what are you even doing in here? Like, going in, and I'm like, wow, when did you grow these pair? When did you grow these? Because you ain't never finna talk to me like that. So I was like, you know what? Before I say something and get in trouble, let me just get my shit and go. I was like, I will find another spot. So I left. So, y'all just gonna laugh at this part. So the reason why I call him Mr. Dipspit is because he was dipping in the office. He know he not supposed to do that. You supposed to do that on the smoke deck, sir. Oh. But anyway, he was dipping in the office. Him and Sister Sodium had the same bottle, and Sister Sodium drank the Dipspit. So nasty. Oh my God. Yuck. So he drank it or whatever. And that shit ain't funny, because I'll probably knock him up. Like, I probably would have lost my shit. That happened to me. But, I mean, I wouldn't just be, but whatever. So, I felt like that energy he was giving me was to deflect from the fact that Sister Sodium was mad at him already. So he like, let's turn our anger into her because she made a video about you. You wasn't even in a fucking video. So why is you so pressed? Why is you so bothered? Huh? But you want to give me all this energy and shit. You want to be all nasty and shit to me. But when was this energy when you had to email a certain department and you was sitting over there, oh, Miller, I don't know if I should send an email. You want to sit up there and hide behind your position, and you want to sit up here and talk all this cash shit. You always be talking shit. You be talking shit. You be doing the most for a motherfucker that's scary. You scary, dog. You don't even want to send emails. You don't even want to take up for your people. Scary. But you want to talk all this shit. Boy, bye. Boy, bye. Talking about Cap. Who taught you that shit? Get off Twitter. Get off Twitter. Because really, you don't got... You definitely give me that vibe that you the person that be talking shit behind the computer. But when you get approached, you... I don't think that I should say this. Fuck out of here, boy. Bye, Mr. Dipspit. Anyway, so he kicked me out the office. I'm like, whatever, nigga. Whatever. Fuck you. So, after that, then I'm gonna just fast forward. Then we go to like my mask, right? So me and Big Homie, we got masked on the same day. So I told y'all I was mad, and you know, I pretty much was, my thing was, I wanted her to have a plan. What are you gonna do next? Like, if you need any help with anything, you know, that's just the type of bitch I am. You know what I'm saying? So we had mass the same day. So I get in there, the captain, he looking real like disappointed and shit, and I know he is, you know, cause me and him has had a couple of conversations. And, you know, I ain't gonna lie, y'all, like, I felt bad, you know? It seemed like he didn't even want to do it, you know? So I just told him, like, listen, I've been depressed. I've been going through some shit. I had, you know, my suicide attempts, and I'm just saying, like, this situation that has happened, everything that has transpired has helped me to become better, a better person, being more understanding, and just being conscious of how I'm feeling, and making sure that I take care of myself when I'm feeling like that, you know? And so I feel like at that point, it was nothing that he could have done to me, or anybody could have done to me, that could have hurt me. It was really nothing that nobody could do to really hurt me, because I had already been through the fire. I was just like, at this point, this is looking like victory to me. This is looking like release to me. This is looking like, it's feeling like I'm getting out of a toxic relationship, honestly. So he talked to me, you know, he recommended that I separate, and then, you know, they bust me down to civilian, okay? Nah, but they lower my pay grade, so from a PS2 to a PS3. Now, I already knew all of this stuff was gonna happen, and I was accepting of that. I knew everything that was gonna take place. I knew everything, you know what I'm saying? So, of course, I got my affairs in order, baby. You already know sis got the job lined up, period. You already know sis coming hard with this YouTube, doing my passion. So, it's like everything that I was so worried about has came in full throttle as a confirmation as this everything that was supposed to happen. Did I want to get out like this? No, but it was supposed to happen. So after my master, whatever, we go back to the office, sign some paperwork. So Mr. Dipspit, he steady talking shit. He like, oh, PS3, cause he wanted me to be mad. He wanted me to be sad. He wanted me to, they really wanted to see something that they just wasn't gonna see from a bitch, cause I had already dealt with that. I'm already healed from that situation. So it was really nothing that you could say or do to violate or make me feel any type of way. The fuck? So he sitting up there saying, he like, PS3, not P, He's sitting up here making jokes and shit. And I'm just like, okay, sir. And I'm like, guess what? You sitting up here making all of these jokes, but you scary for real. And I was like, honestly, it don't even make no difference to me. Cause like, while you running around here, you are miserable and all this other shit. You could talk all this shit, baby, but I know I could back my shit up. I know that your ass can't. So that's why you want to sit up here and talk all this shit. And I really hope that one day somebody knock you in your shit. I really hope that. Because you talk way too much shit, G. For a motherfucker that's scary. For a motherfucker that's not gonna do nothing. Said what I said. Said what I said. But yeah, so after all of that happened, pretty much shit, that's it. You know? That's pretty much it. And I really want for y'all to understand that if you going through some shit, to go get help. Go get the help that you need. Don't let nobody tell you that you're selfish. None of that shit. Just don't do it. Go get the help that you need. Because one of the things that I have realized is that why Uncle T and let's just get into this real quick. Let's not get Uncle T confused with Mr. T. Because Uncle T is well, I'm gonna just show y'all in the next slide. But anyway, so make sure y'all take care of yourself. That's all I'm gonna say. And for Warrior 2 Strands, I appreciate you listening. But what I really want for you to do is make sure that you get to know these sailors. Please. Please make sure you get to know these sailors. Do a little call. Do an E6 and below call. Make sure that you get to know these sailors. Because really what you doing by not like initiating anything with them, they just kind of feel like you don't care. And I've heard that firsthand. They feel like you don't care. It seemed like you put more energy into like them getting in trouble than actually building the morale. I'm not saying that that's what you're doing, but that's what it seemed like. So y'all, and it's so many things that y'all could do. It's so many things that y'all could do. Y'all could do the E6 and below call. Y'all could host paint night. It's so many things that you guys could do to boost the morale on that ship. And at first I was like sad because I'm like, damn, like I was just like, fuck, I forgot what the fuck I was going to say. I was sad because pretty much I just knew, like, I had never been a part of a ship with no type of morale, no balance of morale and fucking work. It's like work, mission. Like, that's just what it was. So definitely make sure that you take care of them in that way. Please. And also, like, we just gonna call him Light Bright. Light Bright, I really hope that you be the saving grace in that office. I really hope. It seems like you care, and I just really hope that you can make sure that they good up in there. Because you know Uncle Tuna, he on his way out the door, he could give a fuck. This motherfucker, Sister Sodium, child, he want to get off the ship so bad. But all he gotta do is tell the truth about everything that he going through. Now, I'm not saying that situation wasn't the truth, but I'm just saying, you got some deep-rooted issues, honey. You do. You've already expressed that to me. And I feel like you need to take care of that so you won't be so nasty to everybody else. Okay? So, I'm going to give a shout out to all my friends on the ship. I appreciate y'all. 50 Cent, Rick Ross. Shit, don't be getting mad at these fucking nicknames I'm giving y'all. I want to give a shout out to Swole Mo. I want to give a shout out to 7 Pages. I want to give a shout out to Lily. Oh, and my girl in the office. My girl. We gonna call her Hawaiian Flower. Let's give a shout out to my girl Hawaiian Flower, who from the jump already showed me that she was a real bitch. So I appreciate you, Hawaiian Flower. Alright. Want to give a shout out to all my queens. Y'all already know who y'all are. My chocolate drops, my caramel lattes, y'all, my French vanillas. I want to give y'all a shout out and tell y'all thank y'all so much for all y'all support. Thank y'all for listening to me when I was venting. Thank y'all. Okay? And if y'all like this wig, I got it from Black Mona Lisa. I will put the link down below. And while I was up in there, y'all, I lost a little bit of weight. Okay, so let me just do a little twirl for y'all real quick. We gonna back it up. Okay, it's the weight loss for me. But yeah, y'all, I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for listening to me. And this is part 3, okay?